It is time.
What's up, everybody? This is the new look.
Yeah.
This is the COVID warrior, the post-apocalyptic pandemic look that you got to rock in 2021. I feel like, I'm the next Assassin's Creed, basically.
Yeah.
They should do a modern day Mexican-influenced Assassin's Creed where you got the drug rug on, the pie and the hoodie, the denim hoodie, and you got the cool New Mexico mask, gator. By the way, I'm double masking it these days because there is a new, not only is there one new, more viral variant of COVID-19, there are apparently 3 new viral variants of COVID-19.
Yes.
That are more infectious than ever before. And they're saying one mask doesn't cut it these days. So double masking it. Definitely double masking it. And in full COVID warrior mode, considering where we went this week.
Yeah. I was about to say, we got a fucking jam-packed episode, baby. We shoot guns. Bow, 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 bow. Bullet time. I think I curved a bullet at some point. Remember that movie, Wanted? The curving bullets.
What the fuck are you talking about right now?
What?
You're going off right now, dude. Curving bullets like Wanted?
Yeah, remember Wanted?
Damn, son.
I did some gun kata.
You know, Johnny, let me ask you something. Let me save you before you keep doing the Wanted comedy bit off the top of your head that is bombing. Let me save this. At home. Let me save, but not with you. You ever been in a situation where you're hanging out with a person and you just thought you were hanging out, but then you start thinking that they're thinking it's a date? Maybe you've been that other person in a situation where you're like, yo, this is a date, but they're not thinking it. But have you ever been the person who's just there to hang out, but the other person is trying to be on a date with you?
I don't think so.
You've never had that happen? It's only happened to me one time in my life. And you would think it would be flattering to be like, oh, I wasn't thinking this person wanted to have a relationship, but they are. But it's not flattering. It's just like, shit.
You know what you're trying to say? You're trying to have a good time, and I'm coming in here with bits, and you're not here for my bits.
Like, okay, first of all, the world doesn't revolve around you, Johnny. I'm trying to share a personal story. Get off your ego trip.
Okay.
Second of all, one time I was hanging out with this girl and I thought we were just friends, but she kept trying to like flirt and stuff. And she kept trying to like put on a movie. And I was like, I'm not watching a movie. Like, I'm not hanging out here longer than I have to. And she kept trying to get me to watch Wanted. And then she killed it because she kept saying, like, I've never heard of Wanted. She's like, it's like a better version of The Matrix. It's like The Matrix, but, like better. Like, Angelina Jolie. And I was like, you're not selling me on watching this movie or spending time with you. So that's my story about Wanted. Yes, I've heard of the movie Wanted, of course.
I thought you were going to do a whole long-winded thing about saying how I'm the guy.
Theme song.
Yeah.
As the earth is carbon bombed by poisons, I keep it safe, I keep it clean, I keep it here inside with Mega64antine.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
And we're back. A long-winded thing about you always... You know what I've noticed about you? You always think that I'm speaking in code. Yeah. And you often think I'm like insinuating or roasting somebody when I'm not. And I'm just like telling a story and you're like, yo, you killed that guy subliminally. Yeah. And I'm like, did I? I was just speaking from the heart. So I don't know. I think you might read into what I say a little bit too much.
I mean, sometimes you just like AK-47, speaking of guns, some insults, and I'm like always like, ooh, like I'm like jumpy. I'm like, oh fuck, here it comes. But then you're like, no, I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
That's my MO. So hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Mega64antine. People were posting, you remember when you had your pet peeves a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
People were posting their pet peeves in the comments, and a lot of people said that their pet peeve is when I call this show Quarantine Cast.
I saw that, yeah.
And to that, I say I'm sorry, but you can fuck right off. It's my show. It could be Quarantine Cast or Pandemic Cast or Mega64 Endemic. It can be. Hold on, I got some other good ones. Mega64antine. And I'll come up with some more later. But in fact, I forgot where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Johnny?
I just wanted to say I drank so much coffee before this because I'm really tired. And I think I hit that like where I'm tired, but also like shaking a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm fucking on one right now.
Okay, so Johnny's about to collapse.
I'm about to die.
And I'm just here raging at the comments.
Yeah.
Well, here's the point. The point is why we're raging at the comments is we've been thinking for a long time. Well, we talked about on this show defending ourselves and our right to bear arms and the Second Amendment and to shoot guns. And we thought it'd be cool because we're just a couple of liberal boys. And the stereotype is that people like us don't like guns.
Nope.
We like to shatter those labels. We also thought it'd be great to print out a bunch of negative comments, take it down to the gun range and shoot holes in them. So that's what we intended to do this week.
Yeah.
We packed up our stuff and we went down to the gun range. We printed out a bunch of negative comments. We were going to tape them up on the target and just blast them. Didn't quite work out that way.
Nope.
You know, life has its own path for you sometimes. And, well, we did go to the gun range.
That did happen.
Weren't quite sure if we were actually going to go shooting. Debated it for a while. Really had no idea how gun ranges even work. I'd never actually been on a gun range before. Walked in totally cold. But you know what? We made it happen. In fact, you can see you can see us in the box right now. You can see us shooting stuff. Why don't we show them a little bit of what we have for you?
Yeah. Me doing gun kata. Yeah.
Here's a shot of Johnny doing gun kata.
Yeah.
Here's a shot of me doing gun kata.
Yeah.
Here's a shot of Johnny imagining negative comments. Everybody who said Johnny's not funny.
Yeah.
Here's him responding to that.
Getting a mag dump.
Uh-huh. Here's people responding to me saying I tried too hard to be funny. And yeah, we had a good time.
We actually got to do a mag dump.
We did several mag dumps.
Dude.
Now, we talked about this extensively, like in the car, the moment we walked out. Maybe we should play that right now.
Sure.
All right. So we went shooting and then immediately, we were going to go in with these cameras. It didn't quite work out that way. As soon as we walked out, we were shaking, adrenaline running high. We hopped in the car and we filmed this video.
Thing, baby. We out here. We shooting guns. I'm actually, my hands are still shaking.
All right.
This is like a food vlog.
Yeah, this is like a food vlog. We're sitting outside the gun range here. Yeah. We're still shaking.
Yeah.
I told Johnny I don't think I'm ever going to talk shit on a soldier or somebody who's ever been in combat ever again.
Yeah, it was like, you know that scene from Boogie Nights where that kid's like setting off the cherry bombs while they're trying to have a conversation and they're like, like every 5 seconds? That's what it was like being in there.
I wish I could get this phone to not shake. I'll just hold it.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Take 2. Hold on. We're sitting outside the gun range right now.
Yeah.
I'm still shaking.
Me too.
I don't think I'll ever talk shit on anybody who's ever been to combat ever again, because I walked out of that place petrified.
Yeah.
All right, so we just went into the shooting range. I'm double masking it because of the new highly infectious. Oh my God, I'm freaking out right now. So inside there, Well,
there's a couple of things. First, the guy was like, yo, you got your eyes and ears on. They're going to fog up. When you get in there, just take your mask off. I was like, what the fuck?
This is my first time shooting guns, and I couldn't see shit the whole time. You probably have video of me like sticking my thumbs under my glasses, because every time before I would shoot, it was seriously like my glasses were fogged up, and I defrost them, then I'd hold the gun like, and this dude's like shooting a Magnum to the right of me and a fucking machine gun to the left of me, and I'm like, my glasses are fogged up. was so nervous that I was accidentally gonna fire off a round.
Oh, dude, I was
Dude,
so
I
afraid
was-
that like in my mind I was like, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I might kill myself or Derrick in this situation. I don't know how. I was afraid that the
Me
fucking
too.
gun was just gonna explode in my hand or some shit like a firework.
I thought I was gonna have an accident, and then I was petrified somebody else. My biggest fear standing in there, and it's just behind us.
Yeah.
It was a small shooting range.
Yeah.
Was that somebody was gonna shoot the wall, or like a ricochet was gonna come right back at me. And I just kept thinking of like gun range accidents. I was such a pussy just now for my first time. We tried to get some footage. I felt like
We brought a bunch of shit. Like I have like a lav mic, but like we didn't even like.
I felt like they could.
It's weird.
I felt like they could smell the liberal on us.
Oh yeah, when we were signing in, the guy was being a dick to us.
He was being a dick to us, and he was so sweet. They were all so sweet to everybody else in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then they were very like business and cold with us, which is okay. I mean,
The dudes in the range, the actual range, were very nice though.
you know what?
The guy helping us with the actual gun.
We walked in there off the street as complete dumbasses,
Yeah.
and I had a great experience.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing that they were a little bit more friendlier with other people than they were with us, but you know, I don't really give a shit because they gave us the lay of the land. They gave us the rundown of what guns we should shoot. I shot a Glock 9mm. Johnny shot a American flag
Yeah, I went gaudy.
painted Glock 9mm.
The guy was making fun of us. He's like, "Yeah, this is what we use to teach kids," and I was like, "Whatever."
Yeah, that's.
But I want the American flag one,
You know
baby.
what? I saw in the case there was a teal colored gun, this
Yeah,
color, and
yeah.
I almost wanted to swap out,
Yeah.
but I was like, it's too late. I was so nervous the whole time, like
Yeah.
that I was gonna do something wrong.
Me too.
And as soon as I mean, even now you probably can't hear it, but you can just hear popping from the parking lot, and it just, as a first timer, it gets your blood pumping. And then it
Yeah.
just gets louder and louder to the point where I was, after being in, how long were we in there for? It wasn't an hour.
30, 40 minutes maybe.
35, 40 minutes. After about 25 minutes of it,
I was done.
I started feeling like I was going to have a panic
Me
attack.
too.
Like all the loud bangs were starting to, just having to load my magazine for the first of all, okay, fuck, dude. We walked in there, literally, it's like, I've never shot a gun before.
Yeah.
I don't know how to shoot a gun. They're like, you hold it in your hand and you point it and you pull the trigger
squeeze it.
and you go. And I'm like, cool. And they're like, they'll tell you more inside.
Yeah.
So we go inside and the dude's like, you shot guns? Johnny's like, I've shot guns. And he's like, cool, here's your lane, you can go. And then suddenly,
Oh, yeah.
And then suddenly Johnny's like, I don't really know what I'm doing. And I had to be the fucking fool and be like, excuse me, sir. I don't know jack shit. Can you give me a rundown on guns?
I knew how to do pretty much everything. I forget how to load, so it was like I was like, I in my head I remember just like pushing it in, and I forgot they have to kind of like squeeze and push in to get it in.
It's like the world's worst Pez dispenser.
Yeah. So like I was like, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, all right, the bullet's not going in.
I ended up being a better loader than you were.
Yeah.
But we both.
No,
we
by
got
the
it
end,
down.
we both were like,
got
boom,
it
boom,
down.
boom.
By the end, we're like young guns.
Yeah.
Like, watch out.
By the end, we were like crossing. We were like
Yeah.
doing this shit, like Devil
Not-
May Cry shit.
Not really. But I asked the dude, can you give me a rundown on guns? He's like, yeah, sure. Same shit. You
Yeah.
hold it in your hand, you
Yeah,
point it,
pull
you
the
pull the
trigger,
trigger.
baby.
I mean, he told me how the magazine release and the slide release works. Johnny's gun jammed, and the dude's like, you got to pull the slide back.
Yeah.
He probably told us like 5 times, pull it back and let it fly.
Yeah.
Pull it back and let it fly. And then your gun jammed, and he was like, you pull it back, you let it fly.
Yeah.
We,
There was shit that he didn't tell us that I like just knew from like my dad, like always keeping your finger above the trigger in that one
they
area.
told us that. They told us
Okay, I
that.
guess I wasn't paying attention.
when the dude at the front counter told us
Yeah,
that. And
that guy
that's-
pissed me off.
That I kept struggling to make sure my finger wasn't on the because it's instinctive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, dude, I am gonna fucking pop off a shot here like a fucking noob.
Yeah.
I was so paranoid
Yeah.
about and frightened of doing the wrong thing.
Me too.
That was the scariest part.
Yeah.
The fear of doing the wrong thing, because I really felt like they handed me a gun with no training. They handed me a gun and a box of bullets and said,
I was thinking that the whole
"Have
time
fun."
too.
And I'm like, I don't know how to load a gun.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this gun is called.
They don't give a fuck. they made us sign waivers out the gate, so they were like,
I
have
thought
fun.
I thought there would be a class or
Yeah,
some sort
yeah.
of at least 10-minute rundown. And so they gave us the waivers, and I made, I have no fear of making a fool of myself because
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody's got to do it. And I asked the dude who's probably way younger than me, I was like, yo, it's our first time. Like, how's this going to go? Like, what's the rundown here? And he's like, you sign these papers, you give us your ID, we take your thumbprint, you rent a gun, and we send you on your way.
Yeah.
They'll give you a rundown up there. I was like, okay. Then when we got to the front counter, I told them, like, hey, we do like a podcast. This is our first time
I think that was the
shooting."
wrong thing to do because after that, his attitude changed.
I
was
don't
like,
think so. I think that
was
was
like,
the right
"Alright."
thing to do because I just wanted to let him know, like, why we're here
Yeah.
and kind of why two fucking chuckleheads like
Yeah.
us walked in off the street to shoot guns. I felt like he needed some sort of context to explain, like, why the fuck we were there. So I told him, it's our first time shooting guns. We do a podcast. We're going to talk about it. And so he's like, okay, you know what? He said, what kind of gun do you want to shoot? And
Yeah.
I was staring at it for a long time. And then he gave me some advice. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, you're doing this podcast thing. It's your first time. I recommend going with the Glock 9mm.
Yeah, before we even walked in there, I was like, I've shot in other guns before, but nothing felt as comfortable as the 9mm. So I was like, in my head, internally, I was like, I'm going 9mm.
Yeah, he
all
said
day.
it didn't have a big kickback. He said we
Yeah.
could shoot big rifles or
There was-
like I
yeah.
think a Smith and Wesson
Yeah.
22.
There was a dude with the AR-15 in there, and when he started firing that thing off, I wanted to leave.
I think, damn, dude, I might have to come back, but I don't know. Like, I feel like on edge right now. I feel like I
Yeah.
just rode a roller coaster.
Yeah, me too.
Woo!
We're filming this like a fucking food vlog right now.
I know.
I can't even speak right now.
All
It's
right.
funny how we went into this, like, before we even got here, being, like, so nonchalant, and I feel like both of us didn't realize how fucking insane it was. Once I fired the first shot, I was like, this is fucking psycho, dude.
Oh,
I was like, boom! I was like, fuck.
They gave us 2 guns and a box of bullets and a bunch of targets, and then they just said the door's right there, and we were
Yeah.
like,
We walked in like,
we walked in with another group, and
Yeah.
I got separated from Johnny,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
The dude's like instructing Johnny, he doesn't even know I'm with him.
Yeah.
I was, oh fuck, dude, it was, I would love to bring Sean here. See-
Sean would accidentally shoot us or something. We have to hear from him for his rant this week too. But
Yeah.
it would be fun to bring. We should go with Garrett for real though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Garrett
All
has
right.
the Resident Evil guns and shit.
We're gonna do another session
Yeah.
very soon, possibly next week, where we're gonna go shooting with Garrett. Because now we know what we're doing,
Yeah.
and so we're trained. We can get like bigger guns, better targets. I guess this is a gun podcast now.
Yeah.
All right, now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Peace. We're back.
Oh yeah, by the way, we forgot to mention the worst part about being in there. I'm pretty sure we've got fucking COVID in there.
Yeah, when we had the glasses on, and the guy up front was like, they're gonna fog up, just take your mask off, it's fine.
He did not say that.
He did. He said, take your mask off, and then he said, when you're around people, put it back up.
He said, when you are in the firing lane by yourself, you can pull your mask down
Yeah.
so that your glasses don't fog up while you're shooting.
Yeah.
But when you're out of the lane, you have to put your mask back
Yeah,
on.
but no one, all masks were off.
I didn't see anybody with their mask
I
off
did, yeah.
personally, but
The guys next to us, they were fine.
it was about 20 people in one fucking room.
Like a closet.
Now, it was a well-ventilated room because
Yeah.
I was freezing my ass off. It was fucking like being in a refrigerator.
Yeah.
And I was double masked up. I saw everybody wearing a mask. I didn't see anybody take their mask off.
Well, everyone had their noses out, like exclusively.
Well, yeah, because you're shooting and you can't have your
Yeah.
glasses. It was scary.
It was scary.
And
And all the instructors, we can't hear each other. We all have our things on. So every time they like, you
Give
ask them a
me
question,
shit.
they get like this close to
they're
you.
like in your face.
I'm like, bro.
I think
this is a bad idea.
I think we fucking may have got COVID.
I hope not.
I hope not too. We
Yeah.
tried to be. This was a fucked up thing to do.
This was.
But the dudes next to us when we were leaving, by the way, last thing I'll say, those guys had every gun in existence. They had like a fucking Magnum,
I
an
felt-
AR. When I left, the dude was just like single, like,
Jesus.
one-handed.
It felt like those dudes to the left of us were trying to start their own militia, and the girl to our right was trying to murder an ex-boyfriend.
Oh my god! The girl to the right of us had these like long nails. She had like a crop top on, like her midriff was
She kept
exposed.
asking how to like do shit. She was
Dude,
like,
and the fucking dude on the shooting range was flirting with her so hard.
Dude.
Oh, this is how you load a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to come back more often because it's all about getting comfortable with the guns.
Yeah.
You know, we have classes. There's only so much I can teach you here right now. Oh, let me show you how to use the speed loader. And I'm like, bro, I told you it's my first time.
Yeah.
Show me how to use a speed loader.
I didn't know they had a speed loader.
I didn't even get to use a speed loader.
Yeah, dude.
We had to come back to add that on.
Yeah.
Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Bye.
Okay. So that was actually 2 videos because there was like an extra thing that we added.
Oh
on
yeah, I
there.
forgot about that. Is
but-
there anything we didn't cover? I feel like we covered almost everything. But...
Yeah, you know, that was filmed immediately walking out of the gun range.
Yeah.
And I just felt like later on throughout the day, I was still shaking. And honestly, like even till like a few days later, I was still imagining like loud bangs going off near me.
Today there was like a loud thunderclap or lightning strike or whatever, and it immediately brought me back.
You got triggered.
Yeah, I got triggered. Like I like snapped back, being back in the gun range.
So after we filmed that, you did end up messaging your dad.
Yes.
And you told him what we did, and he said that, yeah, being on a gun range with a lot of guns is scary, I believe was the quote, right? Or he said, yeah, being around a lot of guns is scary.
He said being around a lot of people with guns is scary. And he's trained with guns like, you know, most of his life. He was in the military and everything. And even he's like, yeah, no, it's scary. And that's what I like about my dad. I know everyone hates him, but the fact that he's able to be like, I feel like most gun dudes are like, nah, fire a gun near me, it's fine. But he's like, no, it's scary. Like,
did he have anything else to say about our trip to the range?
No, he was like happy that like I was thinking about him while we're firing guns. I mean, I didn't
That's funny.
say it like that. Like, I feel like that makes it insinuate that I'm thinking about you. But I was thinking about all the safety things he's told me over the years with guns while we were shooting. And I thought that was really helpful. Like, I remembered it like flashback for me.
Yeah, so, you know, since that has happened, shit, I was gonna like bring out. I've actually looked into guns to buy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and fuck, I had a printout of the gun I was actually looking at and considering buying.
I mean, we could take a short break if you want to go find it. I don't mind cutting it out.
Well, no, we don't
Okay.
have to because I'm still shopping around.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to get ahead of myself because I know if I put it out there, people are going to be like, that gun rules. That gun sucks. Do it. Don't. It'll just, you know.
I mean, do you want to say what you're thinking about? I could put a picture on screen or something.
I'll find it and, well, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I've been looking at a lot of guns. And for me, I'm really looking at something that is for a beginner and has a little bit of style. You know, because I'm the type of guy, I don't like the normal thing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at guns that don't look like a typical Glock or a 9mm or 22, whatever it is. I don't even know what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah, 9mm.
But you know, I might put a picture of it in the podcast here. But for me, it's purely aesthetic at this point. My experience on the gun range. I think I may have said this when we were in the car, but I feel like it was the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
For
we did talk about that.
Going shooting at the first time, but I still enjoyed shooting. But
me too.
But I think overall that was a bad experience, and I think it left a really bad taste in my mouth. Like I was really shook for a few days. Honestly, I remember like feeling like I might have nightmares that night.
Yeah, there was a guy there. This kind of stuck with me. I don't know why. But I mean, the AR-15 is a big, you know, hot button gun, like, you know, for reasons. And there was a guy in the range with like an orange AR-15, and it was like really fucking me up just to see this guy like really hyped, just like bah, 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 like just shooting it off. And I was like, that's wild. To
you
just,
know
like,
what?
Have that gun.
I've been watching fucking that Night Stalker documentary.
Oh yeah.
On Netflix about Richard Ramirez. And side note, that might be like one of the scariest documentaries I've ever seen because the way they present it is from the detective's point of view. And so it's just a series of really creepy, heinous murders.
Yeah.
And it really just makes you feel like anybody could come into your house at any time and do crazy stuff to you. And he was shooting people a lot. And being on that gun range, like I just couldn't help thinking about that documentary and just gun violence in general and how scary those situations are. And I was panicking, just having all these guns going off around me. And maybe I already said this in the recap, so
No, I don't think you did.
we don't have
Wait,
to
did
really go into it. But you know, this is kind of the stuff I was thinking about later on. And you know, I know people out there might be thinking like, Derrick, you're fucking overreacting. Like, you're crazy. Like, why are you thinking all this stuff? And all I would say to that is I was the least experienced person there. And that is the thing that scared me the most.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything. And therefore, my imagination was running wild. It was like stepping or sitting behind the wheel of a car for the first time, having no experience ever driving. And people are like, yeah, go wherever you want. And it's like, cool, but I'm a little scared with the situation.
I think I said it in that video, but the whole, like, as I was loading the gun, I kept thinking, like, how is, like, what's going to go wrong where I accidentally kill myself or Derrick? Like, what's going to happen? That kept going through my head. And after I shot the gun once, I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
And my hand's shaking a little bit. I'm like, okay, I remember doing this. And then it kind of got, better as each shot went off.
I would definitely shoot guns again, and I would
Yeah.
definitely feel more comfortable in a situation with like a quiet situation with maybe I could sit down with a gun and just like have it in front of me for a little while. Not with foggy goggles, not standing up, not learning on the range with people shooting guns
Yeah.
on either side of me. That was kind of crazy. That was a fucking psycho experience. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed that. Next week, we're going to have a special guest here. We're going to try to have a guest here.
Yeah, I hope so.
We're still confirming the details, so we'll announce it on Twitter coming up, but it's going to be somebody everybody's going to be really happy.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, we've shaved Johnny's head. We've shot guns. How are we going to outdo ourselves next? I don't know.
I don't know.
We're
Like,
going to figure it out.
I lose sleep every night trying to think how we can up the ante on this podcast.
I
But
definitely have to show off my motorcycle at some
yeah.
point. Maybe we'll get you on the back and we'll go riding out in the desert. And
That would be
do
great.
jumps or some shit.
Yeah, we should.
You know what I'll say is motorcycling, and my motorcycle in particular was my hobby that I really got into during the pandemic. You know, it wasn't like a midlife crisis. It was like a pandemic crisis. For me.
Yeah.
I picked up this motorcycle. So, you know, that's how it's vaguely related to quarantine. That's how I'm going to sell a whole episode showing off my bike. It's going to be fucking rad.
I mean, there's going to be a moment where like how to ride a motorcycle and use a gun.
Yeah.
So,
and it's going to be
like-
like next week.
Y'all better fucking watch out.
And I'm going to be wearing this shit, you know, COVID
Yeah.
warrior coming for you. Is that my motorcycle or my Uzi?
Oh, shit.
Also found out a lot about how gun laws in California are way different than everywhere else in the
Are
United
they?
States. Yeah, you go shopping for a gun and there's all this cool shit, and then you're like, oh, I want that. And it's like not legal in California. And you're like, what? And you have to
Oh.
go to like the stupid ass backwards section of the website called California Legal Guns, where they're smaller and they have less bullets and they don't shoot as hard and they don't have no heat seeking anything. You know, now I'm starting to get it. Now I'm starting to get why California is bullshit.
When we were at the gun range, when we were filling out the form,
Yeah.
I literally heard the people up front at the counter have the same exact conversation. I heard them talk about like some gun they wanted to get, and the guy was just like, "Yeah, well, you know, California. Ugh, I don't know." And the guy was like, "Yeah, if you move to Texas, like you get that thing today." And he's like, "Yeah, I know, I might have to do that." And I was like, where the fuck are we?" So
You know, I didn't really say it at the time, but everybody at that range was fucking 10 feet up the ass of every female in the
did we not talk
fucking
about
place.
that? I thought we did talk about it.
We kind of talked
Yeah.
about it, but we kind of glazed over the
Yeah.
subject. But the more I thought about it, I was like, if I had fucking boobs, TDs hanging out,
Jeez.
those guys would have been fucking teaching me so much shit. They were so friendly. Like, oh, we have classes on Saturday. Come back later, blah, blah, blah. Especially that girl right next to us.
Yeah.
That dude was like trying to get it in like on the fucking shooting range.
Oh man,
He was like, "Oh, let me put my gun in your holster."
It,
The more I thought about it, the more it sunk in.
it's like I feel like it would be. How long does it take like to get comfortable around a gun? But then how long does it take to be so comfortable around firing guns that you could also be horny?
Yeah.
Like what level is that?
Like I can sling this gun and I can sling this dick
Yeah, dude.
at the same time because I'm just the fucking gun range pimp.
Gun range pimp.
I can't even get on that level. And then I'm like,
Me either.
excuse me. Literally, I'm like, excuse me.
Please,
How do you
sir.
load a gun? And this dude's like, fuck.
Fuck you.
You take them and you put them in,
Yeah,
and
you
it
put the
holds 10
bullets in, bro.
rounds, and then you hit it from the bottom, and there's your release. Pull it back, let it fly, aim and shoot. Like, what more do you want to know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, ha, 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 first time shooting a gun.
Yeah, me
Can
too.
you run over that
I mean,
one more time?
yeah, like I haven't shot a gun in a long time. I'm sitting there with a fucking gaudy American flag gun. Like, how the fuck does this happen?
Anyways, we've talked about guns for 15
Yeah,
minutes.
we
straight.
have our targets here as well from the gun range.
Let's see how we did.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh man. I think this was me.
So this one was me. I shot at this one twice, and I remember you know I shot 7 bullets each time because I'm too weak to put 10 bullets in the magazine because
Yeah.
it hurts my fingers.
Same.
Because it's my first time and I'm a little bitch. So I shot the woman in the arm.
You got her in the nose
Yo,
too.
Johnny. I was gonna go through every bullet, but yeah, I shot her in the nose. All right, Johnny, go ahead. How's your target going? I had a whole bit. It's all right. I will explain my bits in detail to you in the future so you don't trample them. I'll remain quiet while you talk about your target. Go ahead, man.
Now I feel awkward.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't make it awkward. Now you're the one making it awkward. Tell him about your zombie.
As you can see, this is Doctor Strange, the famous Marvel character.
I don't think they got the license to that.
Um,
Well, the likeness isn't really the same, so. In fact, we can't even tell if that is Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
He could just be in front of Doctor Strange's wall. Somebody tagged the wall as Doctor Strange.
yeah. I'm gonna fold it back a little bit because their address is there. I don't know. I got him in the fucking solar plexus a bunch. Didn't get
Yeah.
any fucking stray bullets at all.
Yeah, and got no brain shots. So was unable to stop the zombie, but
Yeah.
slowed him down.
That's yeah.
Was able to secure an escape. All right, enough about these targets. Let's read some headlines. You got any headlines for me?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I have some
First,
videos.
all right, hold on, pause. First, you trample my target bit. And then I call you out on it, and then you just drag the awkwardness out as much as possible. If you're gonna ruin a bit confidently. Don't ruin a bit and then bring the ruining of the bit out into this drawn out, awkward, live on camera, on the air, awkward funkiness in the room. Just a little tip, just a little performing tip.
Okay.
Feedback? All right. Thanks. So, headlines. Basically, what I'm saying is get the energy up, man. Snap out of it.
Okay. I'm trying my best here.
I should be the one who's angry. I'm the one whose target, bit got trampled.
I mean, you could do the bit again if you want to take 2.
Do the bit again?
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's like
Well, they
doing the
didn't-
magic trick. That's like,
Well, they
I
didn't hear
come,
the
I'm
bit.
the magician. I take off my hat, and the dude's like, "There's a rabbit in the hat," and then I'm upset, and I'm like, "What do I do now?" I'll move on to the next trick. He's like, "You can still pull it out."
Yeah. I want to hear the bit.
You know how it ends. All right, let's do headlines.
Okay. I'm fucked up.
All right, put your headlines aside. Take a minute,
Yeah.
relax. I'll read some headlines to
Please.
you while you
Like
compose yourself. Now all these comments on this episode are going to be how I'm a dick. That's how it goes. All right, I got something for you here. This one's going to blow your mind. First of all, A new symptom of coronavirus is being discovered in the UK known as coronavirus tongue. Coronavirus tongue is showing up in 1 in 500 patients where a coat of furry yellow or white substance grows on your tongue and needs to be scraped off. They also said it could be described as scallop tongue.
Like a scallop?
I don't know exactly what scallop tongue is. Scallop tongue. But in regards to COVID tongue and some sort of fur layer growing on your tongue, it's just another reason for me to avoid this fucking disease. Every day there's some new shit. It's like when this started, I thought it was just a couple of coughs. And then I find out it fills your lungs with all this shit. And then I found out it can get into your brain and cause long-term brain damage. Now I come to find out you grow hair on your fucking tongue. This thing's starting to suck, according to me. Thoughts on COVID tongue?
Wasn't that like a thing that people used to say back in the day? If you masturbate too much, you'll get COVID. Or no, it was hair. It was hair on your palms.
I've never heard that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's like an old thing from like
never heard that
back
before.
in the day.
So people used to tell that to you.
They would say, I mean, I heard it from a movie. They'd say you go blind and get fur on your palms if you jerk off too much.
That sounds like how you turn into the Wolfman.
Yeah. I mean, it's not real, but it was like something that parents would say to scare their kids.
Maybe the legend of the Wolfman is based off somebody who jerked off too much.
Yeah.
Who knows? God, something is poking me under my mask here. Shit. Fucking all security is breached. I should just lose this mask. It does nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm not even double layering it.
It's like that store with the lion and his paw has the thing in it. Pluck it out and then you'll be nicer.
You got a headline for me?
Yeah.
Pluck
Okay.
it out and he'll be nice.
So
gosh.
China's been using anal swabs for COVID testing. So get ready, everyone.
Wow. Well, I will exclusively be doing my tests in Chinatown from now on.
Dude.
Wow. So, I might have COVID, but I'm also going to have my prostate stimulated.
Yeah, I mean, the tests are usually free, but I might have to pay them after that.
Honey, why you have such a raging erection? Sorry, I just got COVID tested. You feel better? You feel better about this show?
Yeah. I
Good.
feel great now.
Good, you're back.
I'm back, baby.
Okay. Here's one that'll really depress you. So get ready. Coachella has been canceled in 2021.
No. How am I gonna see 100 Gex now?
And Stagecoach. They were both announced this week. And then this is a headline from Fox News, my favorite news source. And the subheadline is brilliant for more information. Coachella and Stagecoach music festivals canceled for 2021 due to coronavirus. Subheadline: the festivals were also canceled last year. All right.
Yep, cool.
Cool.
Thank you, Fox News.
Okay. Here's another one
Okay.
that we both have, so I'll say it.
Yeah.
There's a new vaccine, one shot by Johnson & Johnson.
Yep. It's 66% effective in preventing moderate to severe COVID-19.
Yeah, I read the story, and then it's not the same story you have, but I have a different story. But it basically says it's less effective.
Yeah.
So,
But it's one shot.
But they sell it as like I want the most effective one personally.
Yeah.
I ain't doing this. This seems like the backup. Like they ran out of the Pfizer and Moderna, so you got to get the Johnson & Johnson. Like, shit, I guess 66% effective.
I think it'll be easier to get that one just because there won't be like people having to go back for the second shot. But I'm hoping it makes if a ton of people are getting the Johnson & Johnson one, I'm hoping it'll be easier to get the Moderna and Pfizer ones, which are 95% effective.
Yeah. But then I might just be holding out. We're gonna see how it all plays out.
Yeah, the other day, my mom, like, I can tell she doesn't want to get vaccinated because she keeps saying shit like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till the Johnson & Johnson one." It's like, I should text her now.
My mom didn't want to get vaccinated either, but I had a long conversation with her about how it's probably for the best and really safe. Her concern was that she would get COVID by going to the vaccination station. But I told her, my mom, she's older.
Yeah.
She hasn't really left the house in 10 months. She hasn't been tested or gone anywhere. She hasn't gone to any clinical place. So I told her my experience getting COVID tested, and kind of had the same fears. Like, this is where people come if they have COVID. I don't want to catch it while I'm here. But it was really clean and really clinical. And, I did a drive-through test. She ended up getting it and getting a drive-through vaccine. So,
Oh, hell yeah.
score. Why do we have to convince our parents? As Sean ranted last week,
Oh, shit.
the
Sean's not here.
fucking COVID vaccine is for the old people. Like, we went through all this shit for you guys. And now we're at the end of it. You know what this is like? You're a bully, right? And you have this kid next to you who you beat up every day. I'm the bully. He's the kid, right? And wow, you laughed a little too hard at that. And I forced this kid to do my math and do all the shit so I could cheat off of his test.
Yeah.
But then test day comes and you did it and you're like, fine, here you go. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to fail the test.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, you kicked my ass every day to force me to do this so you could cheat off me. And now we're fucking here and you don't want to do it. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, no, that sucks. Like, it really, I don't want to get too political, but it really shows you how much damage the Trump presidency did. Like, just a lot of people are getting to run wild with conspiracy theories. And I'm sure this would have happened regardless, because it's such a strange occurrence. But just showing as a country how rampant conspiracy theories are, that have a huge population of people that are unwilling to get a vaccine. And I know it's not I know they didn't rush it, but they did it safely. And I know there's some side effects, but if you want this to be over, if you want to go to fucking Walmart, get vaccinated. It's free. Do it up.
Or let me get vaccinated.
Yeah, let me get vaccinated.
Do we have to wait for all the old people? Because if they're not going to get the vaccine, how long are we going to wait? How long are we going to wait? That's what I want to know.
Some good news here.
Yeah.
The Pentagon is close to reaching an agreement to provide around 450,000 COVID-19 vaccinations a day. That's from CNN.
What was that again? Say that again.
The Pentagon is close to reaching an agreement to provide around 450,000 COVID-19 vaccinations a day.
450,000 vaccines a day.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. That's you'll be doing 1 million every 2 days, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, they're getting close to starting to roll that out and getting all these people vaccinated. So I think in a couple of weeks to a month, everyone's going to, our time is going to be here to get vaccinated. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
I have multiple friends who've been vaccinated, and I'm very jealous.
I don't have a schedule. I know a lot of people who have been vaccinated as well. I'm not jealous. I'll get vaccinated when it's time for me to get vaccinated. I'm patient. I feel like I've come this far and the end is in sight.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get antsy right before the end. So I'm just going to maintain. I'm going to stay the course. And I'm going to ride this out until it's over, whenever that is. Some people are like, yo, summer, I'm calling it. And it's like, yeah, maybe. That'd be cool, but maybe not. Who knows? So.
I could see towards summer us knowing where society is going to be for next year, maybe. I think that's a good place to kind of view everything. I don't think it's going to be back to normal 100%, but I think we'll all have a good idea of what our life will be like post summer. You have more headlines? I have some.
Fire rescue captain accused in connection to COVID vaccine theft turns himself in.
Bro.
Now this is a follow-up to
vaccines.
This is a follow-up to a previous story. Coming out of, I want to know the state. I don't have the state. Polk County, wherever that is. But a previous story, paramedic of the year is charged with stealing COVID-19 vaccines. So apparently this really decorated paramedic was caught stealing vaccines. But it turns out he was working under the orders of his fire captain, who has now turned himself in,
Yo.
who had orchestrated a scheme to steal vaccines.
Dude.
To do what with them? I don't know.
Use them.
Use them. I don't know if he wanted to like use them for his own family or distribute them to other people. It's kind of interesting. If it is for his own family, it's that classic ethics question. Would you steal medicine to save your own family? Literally, that's the question they ask in every 9th grade ethics classroom all across America. And this guy is fucking living it.
Was that guy, you said he was a firefighter?
Fire rescue captain.
Okay. I'm surprised that, firefighters aren't getting vaccinated already.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why are these paramedics and firefighters stealing vaccines?
Bro.
He might actually be vaccinated, but he's just stealing more vaccines. I'm not sure. That I don't know. Okay, and you have another one for me?
Oh, I have a few. This was wild, seeing all the images from this, but in Seattle, a freezer failed that held like the vaccine. So they had to scramble to get as many doses out as possible of the Moderna vaccine.
Yeah.
So they went for like nurses, firefighters, came out to like get everyone at like every possible person vaccinated that they could because they were about to lose like a ton of doses. So there's like a ton of photos, just lines, people like running around. I thought it was like
homeless people, dogs, hot dog vendors, Starbucks employees.
I appreciate that they were able to do that because I've heard a lot of stories where like vaccines are just getting or just starting to expire because they're just waiting. But I'm glad that Seattle was able to be like, fuck it, let's give it to everyone that we possibly can. I'm sure that was like a fucking riot though, but whatever.
Good on you, Seattle. Except all, the old people didn't want to get it because they didn't trust it. What else you got?
This is my final one here. NYC restaurants could reopen indoor dining starting on Valentine's Day, Governor Cuomo says. And I think I heard today that he actually did it today. But he said recently he was going to open it on Valentine's Day, but I think this week he did it, which is fucking terrible. Please do not do that. Also, Gavin Newsom lifted stay-at-home orders. So in the vein of both of those, don't do that. Stop doing that.
I'm in no rush to go back to a restaurant.
Yeah, I think we should hunker down. Like all the scientists are saying, like vaccines aren't what's gonna end this. It's gonna be a combo of vaccines and social distancing. But the fact that all these governors are just being like, "Fuck it," is bumming me out. I don't like it.
There's only so much a governor can do, man. It's everybody's personal responsibility to take care of themselves and the people in their community.
But I feel like with New York, it's like, I understand California to an extent. I don't like it. But New York, everyone's so close together that I feel like it's just a bad idea. Like, people still have to ride the subways and everything during all of this. So I feel like they're just like constantly at risk in New York. And the idea of opening restaurants, it just seems not smart to me. But I'm sure someone in the comments knows more.
I know. It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation. I wouldn't fucking go back to a restaurant if you paid me right now.
Me too.
To sit in a restaurant, I would be just scared shitless. Even going to that shooting range.
Yeah.
Has made me feel like I need to be really careful around people for a little while. Just gotta, wait it out. Make sure I didn't get the Brazilian strain or anything fucking crazy. You never know. All right.
I have like 2 videos if you want to.
Yeah, definitely. You got some videos for us? Let's watch
Okay.
some videos. If you have any videos that you think we'd enjoy on this show, feel free to email.
Yeah,
them
please.
to us.
I've been having a hard time finding videos. So if you have any out there, please send them our way.
Yeah. And question of the week. Am I a jerk or is Johnny a jerk? You don't need to give your commentary. You can just leave the name of the person you think either is the jerk or is not the jerk. Either one. You put either name for either role. Just comment a name.
Yeah.
And we'll see who gets more comments. If my name is commented more, clearly I'm the nice one. If your name is commented more, you are the jerk. So we'll see how it works out.
Wait, what?
All right, show the videos.
Okay. I have 2 here. I hope one doesn't autoplay. If it does, okay, cool. So, I'm gonna give my commentary after this. I'm just gonna play it for you and then tell you what it's about.
Choreographed. This is cool.
This, I guess I should. These are Chicago teachers, dance teachers, and they don't want to go back to work, so they've made this video.
I could have gleaned that, I'm sure. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Safety is essential.
You know what's funny
Keep our
is
students
I grew up
and
doing
our
musical
teachers
theater
Yeah.
and have always been
safe.
in performance arts
Safe.
institutions.
Mhm.
And I've always thought dancing was really fucking lame.
It's our
I'm
livelihood
sorry to all the dance students out
versus
there,
our
but I've
lives.
just gone to so many dance recitals in my life,
Safe.
Uh huh.
and I don't
In
want to
this
insult
moment.
dancers because at the same time, like, here's all right. Pause
Be
this. Now
safe.
I gotta save my ass. I'm such a fucking jerk, dude.
Do you want me to just turn it off?
No,
you pretty much got the gist of it.
I got the gist of it. That's cool for them.
Safe.
One, I agree. No teacher should go back
Yeah.
until it's safe. Now I'm going to talk about how I'm not an asshole who hates all dancers. This episode is totally damaging my reputation. It's going to make me look like a big out of touch jerk. Everybody's going to think Derrick is a mean, negative guy who just shits on everything. I love a movie that has a good dance scene.
Oh yeah, me too.
A movie that has a dance scene. Usually the dance scene is my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
I have a sweet spot for dancing. That being said, expression through dance, I just always think is super dorky.
It's hard to do it well. Unless
Uh,
you're fucking Kate Bush, like it's hard to do.
It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
Especially if you're filming on an iPhone in your house.
And this is what I will say. It's easy to look really dorky doing dance.
So that was the
dance,
Chicago's
expression dance.
labor teachers union.
Yeah.
And yeah, the dance department sent that out as like their kind of protest. And it's like, I mean, it's funny to laugh at, but like when I was searching for that video, I found it and then I couldn't find it, so I had to Google it. And I found a fucking video of Ben Shapiro watching that. Yo, I've never seen a Ben Shapiro video in my life. And that fucker was like, these teachers should not be allowed to work after posting this video.
Oh my God. I've seen plenty of Ben Shapiro videos, and the fact that you even do an impersonation of him has got my blood boiling. I'm trying, look at my hand. It clenched into a fist.
He was like,
I'm ready for you, Ben Shapiro. You come near me.
Dude.
This is going to be the last thing your
yeah.
face ever sees. And I got another one for your balls right here, motherfucker.
He was like, if there's any evidence out there
I'm
that-
Ben Shapiro, and analytically speaking, dance is technically not something that can be taught. So the fact that we pay teachers to teach something that is intuitive kind of goes against the rationale.
Yeah. He said they shouldn't have their jobs. He said this was good evidence for there never to be a teachers union. And I was like, this dude's psycho. Who watches Ben Shapiro videos? It felt like I was watching a video for a 14-year-old.
I know people who watch Ben Shapiro videos, and they all like are wannabe little Ben Shapiro
His eyebrows are
Clones.
immaculate, though.
clones.
Man has
dude.
some crazy eyebrows. I'm surprised I've gone so long never seeing a single frame. But
I'm amazed that you are not familiar, dude.
oh, I know of him, but I've never like sat down and saw a video, and it was making my blood boil.
Send us your favorite Ben Shapiro videos,
Please.
Let's have. You know what? Let's give the fucking people what they want.
Yeah.
They want us to react to stuff and stuff that's going to make us mad. Send us your favorite Ben Shapiro videos, and Johnny will probably like do a backflip out of his chair.
Dude.
Because I know there's some shit that dude has said that will like will strike you dead. Like it will kill you.
I can't even do a backflip, but I'm ready.
I know you will. The chair and everything, chair included.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know why. You know what it is I feel like sometimes I have to argue with people who are extra annoying, and it seems like they're always the ones that are specifically citing Ben Shapiro and
Yeah.
like shit that he says. And it's like, of course, it makes Ben Shapiro even more annoying that it's the most annoying of his fans that are very vocal.
That's what I was gleaming from that video I saw for a second. I'm like, oh, these are just like really easy talking points that you could use
Yeah.
if you're like a person who likes Ben Shapiro.
They're such like small, unnuanced hot
Yeah.
takes that they're very easily defensible because they're like super broad and they're just like blunt statements. They can, just be like, haha, nope, statement speaks for itself with no like deeper, under the surface level investigation. On a broad spectrum of topics, generally speaking, I feel like that's his tactic in arguing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What if we got Ben Shapiro on the show?
I would love. No, I would hate it. Dude.
Oh yeah, that would suck. I have one more video. It's not COVID related, but it's related to the GameStop stock. If you're down to see this,
Okay. Hell yeah.
This is just a video. I don't know if it's actually related, but the title was about it, and this is just like a broker, on the floor, of trading.
Who the fuck did it? Come right now! What's the matter, you fucking pussy? Nobody's fucking afraid? Fucking suckers.
I think this is an old video, but it's still funny.
Motherfuckers. Fucking idiots. You're a fucking bunch of cocksuckers. Fucking pussies. Nobody wants to fucking go. I'm ready to fucking rip somebody's fucking head off.
I don't know if
Who the
this.
fuck did it? Come right now. What's the matter, you fucking pussy? Nobody's fucking afraid?
I don't understand what I was just watching.
That was the title said it had to do with like a stockbroker getting fucking pissed off at the GameStop stock, but I think that was an old video because no one's wearing
No.
masks.
That is that's a square video. Like, it's not widescreen.
Oh yeah, but I just thought it was a funny video.
Yeah. I was excited for some real GameStop drama.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, as it was playing, I'm like, you know what? I don't think this had to do with GameStop, but I thought it was like in my head, I had my own headcanon where that was just like a guy being pissed off about the stock. But I think that happened years ago.
Definitely. That's an older video.
I definitely want to have like I want to know what happened to that guy. He fucking threw a chair.
Which one you fucking did it?
He was like, "You fucking pussies."
I wonder. Yeah, you ever see that movie Boiler Room?
No,
It's kind of like The Wolf of Wall Street.
I've seen that.
Yeah, there's these places where these guys like call people up and try to get them to invest in shitty stocks.
Yeah.
And the shitty stock skyrockets and then they sell it, make a ton of money. And I wonder if it's that kind of situation, some fucked up deal that just went south.
Yeah, that dude fucking like chokeslammed a chair.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I think I have nothing else to say
Yeah.
for this episode unless you want to do some like therapy over the Target incident.
Yeah. All right. How do you feel about it now? Do you feel better? Do you feel worse?
I feel the same way I felt the whole time. Totally indifferent.
Yeah,
Wanted to move
me
on,
too.
but I just felt like you were upset. But I didn't understand why you were upset.
I wasn't upset.
Because
I think you should do the bit.
I shot her in the arm, but she'll live. And it hits this guy in the nipple, so I shot his nipple off, which you could argue is what I was aiming for the whole time. 2 in the arm, 1 in the throat. This one grazes the neck, so it's a scratch. Maybe that was the first one I shot at him as a warning shot.
Yeah.
Just a scratch on the chin. That's your warning. A bunch totally missed him. Those were not warning shots, unintentional. 1 to the dome.
You domed
So
him.
I killed this guy, but as Johnny pointed out, couldn't resist immediately pointing out my flaws, which maybe is why I got so defensive to begin with, because Johnny does this sometimes. Always tries to take me down a peg when I'm just trying to do my best. I don't get it. Yeah. Square in the middle of the nose. You can't get it more center in the face than where I shot this woman. And this is the thing you're trying to miss the most.
Yeah.
And so, you know.
But you did shoot through her hair and fucking dome the guy again.
Oh, yeah, I did shoot through her hair. So if I would have stopped just one bullet sooner, she would have walked away with just a flesh wound
Yeah.
on the arm. But, you know, I went too far. I flew too close to the sun. And I shot my the president's daughter or whoever in.
Yeah, that's Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, exactly.
You have another target, too.
Joe Biden doesn't have a daughter, does he? I don't think so.
No.
I'm talking about fictional, non-existent president. You have another target as well.
You want me to pull it down?
Nah, fuck it,
Oh,
nobody
okay.
cares.
I feel
the
better.
episode is done. I feel better too. See, we worked it out.
Yeah.
See? Now who do you think is a jerk? Neither of us.
Yeah.
That's our episode, everybody. We are going to have a special guest next week, but we're not going to announce it because
I want to get everyone's hopes up.
we're still confirming it, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a good show. So we thank everybody for watching. And you know what? Big thank you to everybody who got our episode to 10K
Yeah.
a few episodes back. I know everybody wanted to see Johnny get his head shaved and prank him and ha ha ha, but it means a lot to us and it helps us out a lot by getting views on such a new podcast like this. Even though we've been going for like a year, we're still a young podcast, and me and Johnny just took it over.
Yeah.
And honestly, when we took it over, did the views go down?
Yes.
So the views tanked
The views
when
tanked,
we
dude.
took it over, but we're staying positive.
Yeah, I'm happy.
And, you know, we're trying to put on a fun show here. So thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah. So we'll see you next week, and double mask everybody because it ain't over yet, but it's going to be over soon.
Should I do an interpretive dance about the podcast?
Yeah. This is a really bad way to end the show.